ish. Gotta like start the things. Hey everyone, Angelo here, Hollywood filmmaker, greatest screenwriter in the history of the world, worst screenwriter in the history of the world, recovering hobo. And with mint flavored yogurt drink and no added sugar, thank you very much. I am on a mission to rid the world of bosses. And we can talk about, what to do with them after they're no longer our bosses. But I think it's going to be a real simple, quick, clean, method to, just dispatch with them. Just kind of, one and done, wipe our hands clean of the situation and walk away. We're just going to pie them in the face with banana meringue pies. Sorry, I was just thinking about something funny. Got my oatmeal. Had quite a weekend, and trying to diet like a mofo. I've been seriously savage with my self-talk. Anytime I feel like eating a snack, I'm I don't want to cuss this early in the stream. I know it's kind of an issue, but I'm F you, Angelo. Oh, you need that snack? You really need it? It's going to make a big difference, and that keeps me from breaking. And I've been pretty good. I did have the dessert at the old farmer's market. Shout out to my friend John, who's out there. It was awesome. We rode our bikes back to my apartment. We shared a choco bar, hazelnut praline croissant. English toffee, and then I had a bunch more English toffees when I got home. Didn't really need them, kind of should have them, but I don't even like talking like that. It's no, it's fine. I had them. Keeping my health good. I'm gonna see my doctor next week. Gonna tell him about the hell I've been going through. What's up, Ian? What's up, rent strike? Rent strike! To an employer, you're just a number who makes them richer and severely underpay you. Let's not forget. That's right. Rent strike, I don't know if you've been watching lately or what. I'm always happy to see you, by the way. I know you're going through it, everybody. I appreciate rent strike, I appreciate my homeless viewers so much. It's elemental in me. I'll always be homeless, even though I'm no longer homeless. It's just in my identity. It's elements that were infused in me. When the solar system formed, all the new elements combined and stuff, and all that, it's a part of me. And also, frankly, a lot of homeless people I've met are a way better class of people than my bosses, than human resources, than the rich neighbors, than the yuppies at Larchmont Village. Oh my goodness, such a creep fest there. I'm just sure everybody there has their secret sex dungeon downstairs, and it's all, heavily racist. It's all heavily white. It's really, really creepy. Again, shout out to the lady working at the Creation juice shop. Actually, they're really expensive drinks, but those drinks are superb, and she was super down to earth and nice. But I went through the farmer's market there, didn't buy anything. I'm I'm good. Rode away. Before this big old white creep with jelly rolls under his neck was did you press the button at the intersection? Meaning the press. I should have been eat shit, but I said, yeah, I did. I try and be polite, because really, once I say eat shit, I'm you don't know if he's a retired cop, if he'll create a bunch of trouble for you. You don't know what's going to happen. He'll say, oh, this guy threatened me, this guy did this, or whatever. You know how cops love to lie. So what else did I need here? Walnuts. flaxseed. But yeah, I've been doing pretty good. I've been stressed like all get out, like stressed like no one's business because of the sexual harassment I went through. So Rent Strike, you've been watching since you started Car Life and begin always support your content. Thank you, Rent Strike. Yeah, so somebody sexually harassed me last year for 6 months. It turned my life inside out. It was a living hell. It turned me inside out. I went through hell, the aftermath, everything, and it still weighs on me heavily. And I'm glad. This guy's such a creep. I'm like, he must not even like have a second spare thought for me now. And I'm like, good. Like, no consideration for the suffering he put me through, because why would he care? If he cared, that would be creepier. That'd be like, oh, he's still concerned about me or something. Got my plant-based protein. This will be interesting because it's a different nutritional amount, so I'm gonna just do something kind of different with this, but yeah, it's a horrible situation. There are disgusting pigs and creeps in the world hiding in plain sight. And this guy is hiding in plain sight because, oh wait, these scoops are small? Wait a minute, what am I gonna do with this? Let's see. Because he's living a double life. This guy has a has a lady at home, and he was creeping on me. And as consistent with someone with the double life, he did it very subtly manipulative, not so subtle, more aggressive, like that Baptist pastor who was creeping on me, and who sexually harassed me, and who himself had a wife. She had died by then. And I know what I'll do. So 30 grams of protein or so. I won't go, wait. How much do I want here? So 80 grams. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Perfect. Okay. Measurements were throwing me off. And so what do you do when you don't want to admit to yourself as like a ritual that you are hiding this secret, harboring this sick double life? What you do is you basically pressure Angelo to like put the image in his head that like he should say something sexual to you, but you'll never say it. And it was so creepy and disgusting. And the guy is thankfully, I don't know what to say, but it still affects me so badly. It makes it hard to concentrate. I get upset, I get angry. I was thinking about this yesterday. It was a struggle for me to write. It causes me pain. It's hard to sleep. I'm seeing a therapist now, thank goodness. But the first time I talked to the therapist, it hurt like hell because it was like ripping it all open again. I had nightmares about the guy. I wanted to get one of these bigger scoops because this scoop is too small. I need like 4 scoops with this. Do a switch because there's barely any protein powder left in this. So you can get this one. You can get this one. Kos. Is that a Greek name? Sounds like a Greek island. The island of Kos. Very painful, sexual harassment and abuse and all that stuff that really messes people's life. I don't want to. What am I lecturing for? Everybody knows. Anyways. trying to be well, mindful, progressive muscle relaxation, diet right. I want to be the most jacked person that I know, like in my neighborhood at least. And so sometimes I go out and see a jacked guy and I'm like, oh damn, like he's really jacked. But at least like in my building, in my neighborhood, at my job, at church, be the most jacked person. Or at synagogue, if I go there. Because I'm like, I see people around me treating their bodies like shit. So I don't want to be like that. I want to stand out. And yeah, okay, I can be skinny. I am skinny. Everyone's seen me skinny. Now it's like, okay, show me what you're going to do, Angelo. Now what? So I've got to progress. So now I'm really committed to, getting cut to where I want, getting rid of that lower back fat and stuff. And then bulking up, I'm going to have to reverse and add to my diet. That's going to be really interesting. Never done that where I'm like actually adding food to gain muscle. I'm like, that's a whole new experience. Oh my goodness, I got to add more water. This is going to be way too powdery. And yeah, I did my hard workout this morning, even though I started it late. I'm going to be a little late for work and all that. Just be well, accept where I am. I'm not late for work, like I don't have to clock in a certain time. I just like to get in really early. It doesn't truly matter in a way. And it's hard with the sexual harassment. It's like, I can't really tell anyone about it. Like, yeah, I've told people, but it just hurts. And it's like, what am I going to say after a while? It's like, okay, I've told them, they know. Now it's like, got to do something about it. Like, not move on, but move on in the sense of what's the next phase of how I'm going to process it. Damn, that protein powder is good. Be our guest, what's up? Rest in piss, you got it right. Nice strike. Mark Ivy coming up the rear with his vaccines, a daily vaccine, 2 cups of coffee, that's right. A lot of creeps hide behind the religion to mask themselves. Dude, that is so freaking true. Every time, yep, rest in piss, William Wagner. Disgusting pig. Yeah, I'm like, because I was living with the guy, I'm like, does he really believe this? What's the religion he was in? Baptism? Baptists? Like, I'm like, does he really believe in this stuff he's saying? Or is he just, like, doing it for show? Because he obviously harbors his own internal views of himself as something very different from what he says. Like, first of all, there's a big difference, is all the world of difference between, sexual orientation and sexual harassment and abuse. So there's 2 issues, which is he's living the double life of, or he was living the double life, he's dead, of being extremely homophobic and possibly being gay or having some sexual acting out with men. Being gay does not mean sexual acting out. It's just an orientation. Plenty of, you can be anything. It doesn't tell you anything else about a person, but it's just like being straight. But there's that, and then there's the abuse. That's totally separate, but that's mixed in with the secrecy and stuff. So anyways, so I'm like, yeah, he was deeply homophobic. So I'm like, I don't know, somebody else who knows better can figure it out. Damn, this protein powder is good. I was thinking about getting ice cream yesterday. I did not. I was good. I was a good boy. But then I thought about, what if I want a high meal? I just call them high meals now. and I'll just make it with protein powder and fruits. Like that's like my cookie dough ice cream. I thought, no, I don't need that either. I want to eat a hearty meal. I had like chicken and spinach and salmon. But I'll try and do that instead of ice cream. 'Cause this right here is like delicious. This is like ice cream but heated. And it's got nutrition my body will utilize as opposed to ice cream, which is mostly just empty calories. What's up, everybody? Trying to be well. I've been stressed like all get out this weekend from all the crap I went through. I'm trying to be better, work out harder, diet harder. The biggest challenge in a way, being present for my pain, not wanting to run from it, being like, okay, I'm in pain, I'm going to experience it. I'm going to read that book I want to, I'm going to write. I'm not going to hide from the stuff I love because it's going to expose me to my emotions. Try and go for it. It's still very hard, and I'm not great at it. I'm often so in my head, so angry about what I went through, and not just with the guy, the whole fallout of the situation. So eventually I did have to speak up about it, and it was a very nasty situation. Could have been a lot nastier, I'll say that. It wasn't the worst, but it was very nasty regardless. And it involved lying, pressuring me, manipulating me, trying to cover it up, pretending it didn't really happen. But it's a common story. So it's like, I'm not special. I'm not, especially aggrieved. I got to find activities outside of work that are wholesome and just do that. And just stop ruminating about this creep and the whole miserable nightmare of, the network of liars and stuff who were around it, around him. Basically, of weak people who enabled him to be around me in the first place. Not much more to say than that. That's an everyday story, unfortunately. But anyways, more positive topics. Quit your job. Your boss hates you. Feels so good to say that. My time living in my car was invaluable for showing me life without a job. I loved it. Gotta get it moving. Yeah, the sexual harasser was one thing. The network of liars around him was far worse in many ways. Of sick, weak people. Cats are free, and why not we? That's right. Hey, and humans are the dumbest animals in the world. We're the only ones who pay to live. I don't say dumbest animals in the world, but just pointing out we're the only species in the world that pays to live. Prices go up, wages stay the same. You know, I'm just talking about financial wages. My wages are going down when you consider I'm paying with my life. We're all paying with our lives for what we do. But I'm trying to put my focus on wellness, everything outside of work. Diet, writing, reading. My writing, I was so upset with myself, but I'm like, okay, just be okay with it. That I did much more poorly on my writing assignments than I could have because I was so stressed. I wasn't thinking clearly. I was angry and anxious when I was writing, planning out the story I wrote this week, one of the stories. And it's like, okay, well, there you go, Angel. That's a lesson. Next time, do more progressive muscle relaxation, be more relaxed, and just accept that you're in pain, and don't be angry about it like I'm trying to fight it in my head. Just accept it and be like, okay, I'm in pain. I was wronged. I was hurt. Someday I'll tell the story, a lot of it. I mean, it's just sickening. It's sad. How, like I said, a network of liars just to protect this one guy and downplay it and like, yeah. Like, I mean, would you just tell me about it, Angela? Don't worry, it doesn't need to be that important. Just you and me. Let's talk about it. Y'all get what I'm saying? Sick fucks. Not you all. You're not sick fucks. Unless you want to be. That's cool. We're the sick fuck. Anyways. It's like, how some people call themselves punk or weirdos or whatever. Nerds. Stuff like that. I'm kind of basically on time. I have to get moving. I want to get moving and grooving. I took 2 huge dumps last weekend. That's another thing. I've been constipated a lot. I mean, it's funny. Like, anything with taking a dump is funny. But also, it's a lot of it is probably stress induced. But anyways, trying to diet super hard, super right. Not starve myself, but get down to my goal body type. And then on the Mike O'Hearn meal plan, start adding nutrition, bulking up. Put some mass on me in muscle, not fat. Do it in a healthy manner. So no steroid abuse. But basically healthy manner. Just have a good overall relationship with food and my body, and figuring out where I can accentuate my workout, because I don't go to a gym. I just use home to work out, and my exercise resistance bands, and did certain things like, okay, add an extra day of just push-ups in there, and like a little more light riding of my bike. Just certain things like that. At least now, when I start bulking up, I might cut down on the cardio a little bit. I can't really, because I do have to ride my bike a lot. But I'll see how it goes. All right, everyone. I'm going to get going. I'm going to floss. You all be healthy. You all be good. Be support for yourselves and for each other. And at a certain point, I have to realize I have to be the person that I need in my life, because no one else will be. No one else can be. First of all, I need to be that person who validates myself. But also, I'm not the person I want to be if I'm angry and frustrated all the time. So that's my commitment. I'm going to be well. I'm going to be the person I need and elevate above my circumstances and come out way ahead, because I don't want to be a writer that's miserable and bitter. I want to be a writer that's empowered and doing great. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye.